Gelenium, owner of Final Boss Hierarchs, and I'm joined here tonight with...
Howdy! Name's Deuce Kim, hoping to see some banger games tonight between the Island Boys and Animal Farm.
Yep, we're gonna start off with the draft. Got the Z ban for Shredman 3, as well as an Aphelios and a Malphite.
And then on the other side, we have a Diana, a Hecarim, and a Corki. Some standard picks strong in the meta right now, such as the Aphelios, Malphite, and Diana. And then there's some general pocket picks from these players. We are seeing the Varus first pick for the Island Boys. Not too surprising right now. He's being played mid, bot, top, basically everywhere. Going insane with that AP Bruiser build right now.
Yeah.
But he's still being able to play with lethality. I've seen that a bit too, but is that flexibility that's such a problem to deal with in draft. We are
getting a Tristana.
I haven't seen her a lot recently. But I guess with the crit changes, she is still that late game monster powerhouse. What will they grab? Could be a jungler, probably other jungler support is what I'd like to see here, but you never know with this early in the draft, especially in game 1. That's when the shenanigans would normally happen. And there's some shenanigans, alright. Are they going to lock in the blind Garen? It is a blind Garen from Animal Farms. Okay, this is,
That is the Frishy special, I believe. Looking at Frishy's match history, it's pretty much all Garen top. That's all he plays.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense then.
Yeah, Big Rev going to... Let's see if he's gonna pick anything to counter that. We do got Big Rev in the top lane.
Big Rev!
That's a pretty safe pick.
Ornn, always solid, late game scaler, pretty easy to make it through a laning phase. So Island Boys really playing with that scaling so far, those long late game team fights. And with Nautilus, even, Nautilus Braum, we're seeing some hover, some tanky supports. And it is the Braum! So most likely going to be a Braum Varus bot lane coming out from the Island Boys. Now, I gotta wonder if that Braum pickup was mostly so they can't take it away to stop the Ornn ults.
Yeah, that could be it. It could also be, I think their support plays Nautilus, so probably could just be so that they don't pick Nautilus.
There's always some, trying to figure out where they do something. Because they were Khan from Animal Farm's pretty common response into Braum. Hard to land that Q on him. Easy to lock him down. Can get the CC through the Braum shield. So besides the Garen Ornn, pretty stock standard draft so far. I mean, not really. I don't see that a lot, but... Alright, so we're going to see Galio ban. Death's Galio. Okay, I guess they're worried about Death's Galio. That's really neat to laugh.
Is kind of free, so...
Yeah, he's always just that safe mid laner, good utility, good damage, especially with that AP build people are doing nowadays, still doing like 70 to 80% in full combos.
Love D6 240p profile picture.
Look, it fits my personality perfectly.
I heard Akali is actually really broken now.
Yep, getting her
So
gunblade back really made her that early game menace again. The Echo ban. Interesting. Alright, so what is Animal Farm's gonna pick up? You would expect the jungle here at least give their mid laner counter pick, unless they got some spicy jungle they want to try to run away the game with. Or is it, or could be the Garen jungle. We never know what's coming out.
I don't think it's Garen jungle.
Let me cope. No, instead it is.
We're gonna get some more engage.
The Jarvan throwing down that Cataclysm, the EQ flag drags. Makes sense when they got the Varus, they got that immobile ADC, put him in that hole for Garen to Beyblade on top of him. The Viego. Okay, so we are seeing Never Enough try to go for that hyper carry in the jungle. I still can't remember if Viego got the new skin, but I don't know if he got buffed to go along with it. Can't remember. And we're seeing a
I'd
Viger
love to
hover.
see Veigar.
A- Actually, with how much dash reliant Animal Farm is, I love it here. Like, they have no one that can get around the cage. Unless they're
That
flashing,
is
but
very true.
yeah. Ooh,
Oh,
the Malzahar
Malzahar.
switch up. Okay, so it seems like Island Boys really is hoping that Viego will be that late game carry here. They have a lot of pick potential with the Malzahar, with the Varus, to just try to get those resets going. Now, what is Animal Farms going to throw down in the last pick here? I got a couple ideas, but I'm also playing some of the silliest things you'll see, but instead it's just going to be a Swain. Okay. Another champ picking up a lot of popularity with the, not necessarily the item changes, more so how games are being played right now with mid lane being so farm heavy. He can get to those 2-3 item power spikes a lot safer than he used to.
Yeah, and with the, like you mentioned, how Island Boys has that pick potential, it'll be a lot harder to actually pick out the Swain when he can just hourglass or use his ult and just kind of live through and buy that time.
Just be that extra beefy front line to deny Viego that first reset. And let's not forget, there is always that potential of just Garen split pushing all game. How much would they have to burn to take him down at this point? So, got a couple of different angles. This game could go either ways. I want to hear your prediction. Who do you think is going to take game one?
I am kind of rooting for Island Boys, honestly. It really depends on, will Big Red feed? Will he be able to hold his own in the top lane? And I think if they're able to get those resets, then hopefully Never Enough can drag them across the victory line. We'll see.
So I agree with
Also,
you. But
Rapid Fire's just been playing well too, so
very true. I'm gonna go with Island Boys for one reason and one reason only, and we've seen it time and time again, and I think you'll agree with me, on multiple draft leagues. The simpler the game plan, the better.
that is true. Animal Farm does have a bit of a tricky comp.
Yep. They have to play around stopping Viego resets, play around the Garen split push, comboing with the Rakan ult. Well, Island Boys, they just gotta go in. The timing doesn't matter as much. It's gotta get that one reset, so we'll have to see how this first game wraps up when we come back for game one.
We are back and in the game.
There we go. Oh, maybe. Yep, we were in. Okay. Welcome back to Final Boss Draft League Season 1, Week 3, Day 1 between Animal Farm and Island Boy.
Right now, Rev taking a bit of damage, but so far trading is not looking too bad for him. He's holding his own in the top lane.
Yep, doing a quick glance over the summer spell and runes, nothing too crazy. We do see Ornn missing the knockup onto Frisky. Frisky does land the E, walks away, does take a grass proc from the Ornn. You're seeing it's really aggressive in the top side. Not what I was expecting at all.
Yeah, it looks like Michael has done some training, knows his limits. Nice sidestep from Death.
And we are seeing the lethal tempo on the Varus, so we will not be seeing, or most likely not the AP or lethality, but some just a generic on-hit from the Varus. Garen takes smoke under the tower. No, he can't just heal up over time. We see a fight going on to the bottom scuttle. Brom lands passive. Viego jumping the Swain. Swain popping the ghost, trying to run away. Malzahar blocks the
There
pole.
are 4 members!
It is a full 4v4 in the bot jungle. EQ lands from the Jarvan onto Braum. Braum is stunned. Braum throws up the wall. Braum passive onto everything, but they're not stunned yet. Stun does not land in time. Swain does take down. Braum kind of jumps away. Viego cannot get the reset. He does fall to the Tristana. Varus does pick up one to the backside. But in the end, it is 2 for 1 going the way of Animal Farm.
It was very, very close. Shredman was able to flash out. Still does go down, but does not go down fast enough for that Viego to get the reset.
Nope, if Viego did get that, if the Braum stun landed any earlier and he got those resets, that could have gone completely differently. We saw Animal Farm using a lot of their flashes just to deny that reset so the fight wouldn't end poorly.
Yeah, that is 3 flashes from their side.
Not only 3 flashes, they also got the crab. The true pride for any jungler. Just on Rakan to try to shove out the spot side, get a good reset in. Malzahar again, just eating that pole, but just blocking it with spell shield. Malzahar is out of mana, but does not have TP, so he can't find a good reset. He's gonna just take it now and eat the loss of the minion wave.
I can see that he had already used his.
Nope, they don't have TP. They both went
Yeah,
flash
I'm saying,
ghost.
like, when did he use it?
During the fight in the river.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. What?
Yep.
That's interesting that he brought Ghost.
With the home guard changes, it's a lot more common for mid-laners, so they don't need it to get back lanes. Wait, Frisky goes at 6! The Demacia Justice from the Garen!
Big Rev steps up a little bit too far, does not realize that Garen's about to hit level 6 and get solo killed.
We do see Viego looking
Does
for
have
game in
that
the bot
teleport.
side. Yep. Also not respecting the ignite difference. He did go for the teleport to much more generic scaling. Viego dodging the knockup from the Rakan very cleanly. Tristana can't really get jumped by the Braum. She does have that disengage. And it looks like Island Boy's going to be starting up this first dragon. Have a secure position, but Animal Farm not looking to give it up for free. They are trying to look for a re-engage.
They know that they're on this.
2.5k, all ults are for time flash in. Malzahar onto Swain, he can't drop the ult. Swain does drop the ult instead. Does land the pull onto Varus. He is inside the entire team trying to jump forward. Gets the reset. That is 2 going down, 3 going down. And that's going to be 3 kills of the dragon going the way to the animal farm. They are not able to find these resets in these fights so far. Yep.
Looks like
and in
we
the
have
replay,
a
yep, we actually got replays now. Yep, so Rakan immediately flashes forward, lands the knockup on Diego to start this fight off, and Malzahar has to turn. Yep, flash forward. Diego has to back away. Malzahar drops the ult onto Swain, but they have no damage on him. And this entire time, Swain's sitting inside all 4, getting that damage ticking down, and they just cannot get those resets fast enough.
It's kind of interesting that they did go for the Swain, knowing that he can just ult right after.
Could have been some miscommunication, could have been a misclick, could have just been a panic in the heat of the moment. Oh, just trying to get landed by the Braum Q, but can't stun her fast enough.
Things are starting to look a little dicey for Island Boys right now. Already a 3k deficit.
They're a little behind. Big Ruff taking a big chunk from Garen. That E shredding his armor when he gets hit too many times. The entire top half for Island Boys being behind. They do have a slight lead in the bottom, but Jarvan
so
misses the EQ. Death should just be able to walk it out, actually. Oh, missing the flag and drag. So it was all over, especially landing the Q onto Ornn. Istons drops the ignite, spinning to win, and the Demacian Justice takes down Big Rev again.
Big Rev gets greedy for that cannon minion. We've all been there, done that, and thinks he can just walk out of it, but is gonna get taken down and use his flash.
Yep, not only did he die, but that last second flash, that's always the worst feeling. But once that ult starts, it's gonna follow through. Mid lane, pretty much a farm fest, some slight poking back and forth, mostly just keeping these waves shoved. Farm staying relatively even. Again, this top side, we're seeing almost a level and a half lead for Frishy in this top side already. And with Ornn, you really want to get to that level 13 and up, start giving out those free ornaments. Because that's one of the big ways they can make up this gold difference. Each Ornn upgrade about 1,000 gold of value. And you see Swain dropping the ult onto Malzahar. Slowly taking down the last Q, does take him down solo bolo in the mid lane.
One of the hardest things about Malzahar is how immobile he is. Once that shield is broken and you get slowed in any way, you're just dead.
Yep. No ghost, no flash. And like, you don't really want to drop the ultimate because cool, he's stunned. The Swain ult's still ticking on you. Doesn't really help heal anything. You see Island Boys will still keeping a lead in that bot side with that power of that Varus Braum. Big Rev still trying to do his best to keep this wave outside of his turret. Does drop the barrel proc on the Garen. Does chunk him down, but that is the one downside of 4. You don't really have that all-in potential. We do see both junglers finishing up their first items. Viego going with the Kraken Slayer, and J4 going to Thunder Sky. Been the top tier jungler for a long time. Frishy going forward, landing the E onto Big Rev. The armor is being shredded. Demacian Justice is not enough, but it doesn't matter. Oh, they flash forward, get the auto to take down Big Rev for a 3rd time. And that is the top lane quest also finished. Oh, Frishy finishing his top lane quest, getting that extra teleport, getting that extra EXP, and of course, now able to go to level 20. And this gold...
That gold graph is brutal.
2k gold in the top side. Rakan does get stumped by the Braum, does on the charm. Shades of Corruption does on out of Rakan. Rakan is able to get away. Trying to get the reset. Flash forward. Is able to get the reset on Rakan. Grabs the soul. Lands the knockup onto 2.
Oh
Bomb is taken from Tristana. Melzahor onto Swain. He does not have the ult. They're not giving enough healing. Tristana flashing away. Garen does TP in, but there is 4v1. He does not want to take that fight and has to run away.
2 for 1. It looks like they are gonna try to get this dragon as well, but there are no junglers alive.
There is no smite. It is a free-for-all. And Island Boys all looking about at half health, have no ultimates. Garen is here. He has the phase rush. He has Ignite. He is spinning to winning inside of all of Island Boys. There is flashing away. But Stana Flash Auto does take him down. She has the reset. She's jumping onto death. Does get the triple kill. Has the reset going back over. Looking on the Big Rev. He is getting chunked down by the Garen. Tristana jumps forward. Will Big Rev make it out? He does have the blast code. But the knockup for the Rakan cancels the auto.
Gosh.
And Big Rev falls to the Rakan W.
This is not what you want to see for Island Boys. They did get a 2 for 1, got a shutdown, but overstayed and gets wiped by the Animal Farm. You can see the little dip from when they got the shutdown. And then
Yeah, they got 2 kills. And Garen said deal with it. Lane popped the ult. Malzahar does not have he dropped the ult yet. Viego is dropping the damage, but Garen is here. Or sorry, Jarvan is here. Trying to take down the Viego. Is just pushed away. No kills going. But every time, a little bit more pressure being pushed on Island Boys. Rishi taking top side as they also drop mid lane. Island Boys taking a 6k gold lead.
It'll be pretty rough from here. It looks like probably the only way that Island Boys can really make a comeback is if they're able to make those picks on them and get those shutdowns.
Pushing the top side. He does have the Stride Breaker, and he does have to pop the flash. Stride Breaker plus those boosts of swiftness is just too much move speed.
Looks like there are 2 other members trying to converge onto the Garen here. Malzahar and Viego.
They got dodged. The dramatic entrance from Rakan lands the charm onto 2 and the knockup. Tristana is free firing with that lethal tempo, but cannot take down the Brahmin. Has to only take the 1 kill. But if you're Animal Farm, you still take that happily. Tristana and Swain gonna work together, push in the spot side, pressure yet another tower from the Island Boys.
Island Boys cannot get anything on this map. They try to make it play bot, try to make it play top, and at this point, Garen's kind of unstoppable in the side lane.
At this point, it would take an entire army just to take down this Garen. And even then, I still favor the Garen in the 1v5.
Yeah.
Both teams positioning for the Herald. It is spawning. Frishy pushing Big Rev out. Does lend E, does lend the Q. Demacian Injustice, not enough, but the TMF proc is enough to take down Big Tower. Jarvan dropping the catapult onto Viego. Tristana is here, drops the bomb. Viego cannot get the reset and does fall to the Tristana. 2 for nothing to Animal Farm. And I imagine they're going to be looking towards this Rift Herald.
Never enough trying to do whatever he can to keep his team in this game. Probably would have a 1v1 the Jarvan if the rest of the team wasn't there to back him up.
Oh, without a doubt.
Unfortunate.
Especially when you realize he has that Kraken Slayer versus Thunder Sky, so that all-in does favor him. Well, Jarvan is better in those team fights, getting those multiple Thunder Sky procs off. We do see Animal Farms taking down the Rift Herald. Jarvan picking it up for later use. Malzahar and Swain just farming from the bot side still. Big Rav's dropping the Ornhorn, just trying to clear the wave in time. Christie's already dropped the tower. Rift Herald is dropped the top side. They're going to be looking for the inhib tower. Garen is driving the Herald in.
So hard.
They're just doing the slow, methodical breaking towers. The dude Chains of Corruption does land out of Garen, but he has extra tenacity from the W. And they can't lock him down long enough to get any burst going. And Frishy dropping the BM, spamming that dance. They know they're in control of this game.
They just cannot catch anyone. Everybody has some sort of escape path. And without being able to catch any of these members, they can't get the resets. Can't really do much right now.
Nope, they drafted this pick comp, but they don't have the burst to actually make use of any picks. They can't get those first resets to get those team fights going. There isn't any picks going right now. As Big Rev, the Ignite is dropped into Demacia, and Justice takes him down again! Frishy with his 5th solo kill of the game. Running a train in this top side.
There's so much pressure from Animal Farm right now, coming on from every single corner of the map.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yep, Island Boys do not have a good path forward as Animal Farm looking to secure their 3rd dragon uncontested. They see Viego in the top side. They know there's a free dragon for them.
Frishy is him. Okay, but to be fair, this is Big Rev. Top lane.
With Khan dropping the engage on the Varus Underzone tower, he is ignited, but Swain drops the Ghost to get in range. And Varus getting run down, does not get a kill in return. That is 2 kills for the Varus, but also a tower on top of it.
I think this game's probably just over. They can't kill the Garen. They can't kill Tristana.
Yeah, but I think Animal Farm's gonna play it slow. No reason to push Lito. Unless Viego gets caught here, gets burst down by Tristana, just flashes away, but the last Tristana auto does take him down anyway. Oh, another heartbreaking flash. We do see Animal Farm now trying to break this mid tower down. Thankfully, Island Boys does have some wave clear, so they can try to stall out for a little bit longer. And hope we can get this Varus enough items to carry these team fights. Ornhorn is down, they're trying to go for play here. Ornhorn, the R2 misses! Malzahar does drop the ult onto Tristana, but they cannot get enough burst out. Animal Farms are now free to run rampant. Flash knockup from Rakan onto 2 is going to keep the fight going. Garen has to flash out from tower range as Big Crest falls again to the Demacian Justice. And that is 3 for nothing towards Animal Farms. But a valiant attempt.
I'm so disappointed they did not pick the Vigar. I feel like it would have been so much better here. You trap this Tristana, she can't get out of the cage, and then you can, you know, you'll have multiple targets too.
Well, not only does it trap
when you're
Tristana,
just targeting one and you can't move, then Malzahar is just a sitting duck.
Yep. Wayne dropping the ult on top. Drum shield is blocking for a little bit while, but Garen on the side running into the Varus. Auto Q takes him down. Tristana's now going back to triple kill for the Tristana. They might be looking for the full-on pentakill. Viego does get a reset. He does take down the Khan. Quadra kill for Tristana. Big Rav needs to run for his life. That's a pentakill. But no, he's gonna sit under tower. Or hold up. Animal Farm might be looking for the dive. They are positioning. Minion waves are dying.
Quick 20-minute game.
But no, Animal Farms with a masterful performance in this game 1 with a 17k gold lead. Close out game 1.
Wow, that was that probably got to be like the fastest game this season.
Definitely up there.
Have we had any sub 20-minute games?
Sub 20 is very, very difficult in season. Trying to break bases without Barrett is so difficult right now.
The craziest thing about this match is that there wasn't a huge point differential. Now, there is a difference because I understand that, there was two members that were off role, but you would not expect them to get steamrolled that hard.
No, when you're looking at a literal 1 point difference, even if you have some off rolls between general game knowledge, a lot of people who have played in leagues like this before, who know the environment, you would not expect a 20-minute massacre.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll see if Island Boys will be able to revisit their strategies for game 2, and otherwise we might be in for a very short series.
But we'll be back.
We are back for game 2 of Animal Farm versus Island Boys.
Yep, don't let the score there deceive you. Animal Farm did take game 1. They are currently leading the series.
Yeah, that
We are currently
was
picking Ben.
a game we don't want to talk about.
Yeah, we are. we won't talk about it. We do have some swap ups from both teams for the draft this time.
Looks like Sultan is swapping in for Never Enough. That's the only change for Island Boys team. And then we got Tuggy in the top lane, Rifle and Waros in the bot lane.
Yep, Island Boys running back most of the comp. Animal Farm feeling comfortable swapping out most their team. Just their mid and jungle staying. Animal Farm sticking with some pretty similar bans, the Gwen Malphite, and then swapping out for an Ivern ban, and then Island Boys going Karma Kaisa Zed.
Farm gonna maybe try and run it back with that Tristana, even though it is a different ADC. But yep, they're locking in the Tristana first pick. Worked out great for them. Game 1,
Yeah.
We'll have to see if Rifle can carry the torch and continue the Tristana streak.
Well, is that going to carry the torch, or is Head just going to be stuck in the clouds, boys?
Hey,
I'll see myself out. Good, thanks for hosting me. It's been nice being y'all.
Dr.
We
Mundo
are
being
seeing-
picked up.
The Mundo. I am always happy to see a Mundo, because it means we're gonna try to see some degenerate gameplay of just power farm into being an absolute monster. And Island Boys might be running back the Varus. Okay. Still, we're happy with how it went in lane. So, alright, so we are seeing the Varus locked back in again for Rapid Fire. Most likely for Rapid Fire. I don't think Big Rev plays the Varus. But you never know. He could surprise us.
He could.
Now the question is that Mundo jungle or Mundo top? Oh! Animal Farm covering the Garen.
Oh my gosh.
It might not be frishy on it, but they might just be. They are still comfortable with it. They're gonna blind pick the
They
Garen.
may have just unlocked the code of how to be evil in League of Legends. How to bully poor Big Rev.
And the answer is just the full Demacian again to the Garen Jarvan. Yeah, they're just running back to Demacia. Most likely, they haven't locked it in yet, but it worked really well game 1. Yep, and it is just the full Demacia run back. And Tristana. She's not Demacia. I don't think. No, just Bandleson. And it's going to be the Galio mid blind. Okay, so they want that extra peel, extra utility that they didn't get last game.
That was pretty useless last game. So they have the opportunity right now to lock in his Galio, something that he's quite comfortable with, and they're going to take it.
We did see it get banned away game 1 in the second pick ban phase, so they want to secure it here. What did they secure last time in that third slot? Well, they were blue side. I think it was orange.
It was Braum.
Like, yep,
It was Braum.
it was Braum. So they're willing to drop the Braum priority and just take the Galio instead. I like it.
Braum did not really help them that much against the Tristana last game, so they might look for a different angle this time.
Braum really wants us to organize front-to-back team fights where you can be that wall. But you can't be a wall for a Beyblade. But Animal Farm is still going to ban the Braum away. Apparently it was still annoying enough where they don't want to deal with it. Well, Island Boys banning out the Orianna, very common pairing with the Jarvan. And possibly Leona just taking away another strong engager. and it will confirm be that Leona ban from the Island Boy. So what? Animal Farm's got one ban left. What are they worried about? If I had to guess, some kind of disengage bot laner, or just worried about the engage in general. Okay. I was expecting like an Alistar ban, but nope, it's just gonna be the Nautilus. They're just worried about getting full engaged on themselves. Okay. So most likely expecting to see a support pick here. No. Big Rev saying, Big Rev gonna take someone to Brazil. It is the Mordekaiser lock-in for Big Rev. We have got a juggernaut matchup in the top lane. Garen versus Mordekaiser.
I don't know if I've ever seen Big Rev play Mordekaiser before.
Now, I can tell you from personal experience in this matchup, Garen can't do anything. It is bad. We are seeing
Rev might be one of those people that just look up what counters. Look up counters right before the match.
We are seeing the Azir locked in for Animal Farm, so they're just not willing to flag the Galio, just gonna say, we're gonna outscale you. And
yeah, Island Boy is lacking a bit in consistent damage besides the Varus, so it's gonna be a keep the Varus alive kind of game.
Yep. I will also say he most likely did not just look up Garen counters because Mordekaiser was way down the list. I did check.
Oh, I thought you said Garen can't do anything.
Yeah. It's not that he can't do anything. It's more so he can't really ever all in.
Yeah.
I've only played the matchup like twice and it felt really bad both times. But the Lulu last pickup for Animal Farm and Island Boys hovering the Renata Glass. Not a common pick, but yeah, there it is. A very, very good tool for denying those all-ins.
Yeah, I think it was definitely needed.
Yep, they need some way to stop when this Garen, Jarvan is here when they go in. Something to buy them those extra few seconds. And with that, I always remember it just says fight or die for the Varus. Getting him that extra few seconds to land that burst I could see it getting him that revive and keeping the DPS threat in these late game team fights.
Yeah. Just looking at the comp alone, I feel like if Island Boys can, we saw a crazy Mundo last week. What'd you?
All right.
Huh?
Oh, for which side?
Oh, Nami.
Okay, so the Lulu is a Nami. We have been informed by production. I like that more. It gives them an actual extra engage tool. Little weaker in laning, but you're already winning lane. I don't know. I'm not sure which one I prefer, but
I personally like Animal Farm's comp more, but that Dr. Mundo can sometimes be really, really scary.
Next,
you saw that last week with that Mundo just taking over.
We've seen it for almost an entire season now. We've seen it in casual play, in pro play, in our solo queue games. The 10,000 health Mundo one-shotting your ADC and then walking away. But the important question, who do you think takes this game to?
I feel like Animal Farm's gonna take it just because Island Boys might not have the best mental coming out of game 1, but it could change because that's the positive guy, and now he has his Galio. Maybe they'll actually be able to make some really good plays around the map.
See, I'm gonna have to actually give it to Island Boys here for one particular reason. How are they killing this Mundo? It's like, yes, Azir and Tristana could
jail,
but that's a big if. So, I want to give it to Island Boys. I want to believe in the Mundo Vera scaling, but the only way we're going to find out is when we come back for the game 2. Stick around. everybody, and welcome back between Game 2 between the Animal Farm and the Island Boys. I'm Dusa Kim, and it's just Dusa Kim for now. We have Garen versus Mord in the top lane, Jarvan versus Dr. Mundo in the jungle, Azir versus Galio in the mid lane, and we have a bot lane fight going on between Tristana Varus and Nami Renata. Rest of the order, but the Varus and Renata are dunking on this Tristana. The Renata passive doing that max percent health damage is melting her early, and Tristana has to burn her potion before the lane is even started. Well, it is a bit of a tragic level 1, no actual. Oh wait, no, never mind. Nami did have to burn heal, so it is Tristana's potion and the Nami heal level 1. Big lead going towards the Island Boys if they can extend that lead. We don't see both top laners going Ignite, so we are most likely going to see a solo bolo in the top lane at some point this game. Animal Farm pushing in the bot side, keeping that pressure up even with the health disadvantage, not letting him get that free farm it. Big Rev missing the pull onto the Garen, still letting the Q, getting that damage, keeping that wave shoved in. Galio, not surprising, getting bullied by Azir in the early game. While he does spike hard at level 4, level 5, before he gets an actual extra resistances and base damage, he is going to be an easy target for that range carry. As he's making a very early roam into the bot side, but he is spotted out by Animal Farms, or more so more likely just predicted it after he was missing so early in lane. Animal Farm keeping a good map awareness, not falling for that early roam. Big Rev does let the pull onto Garen, gets a quick trade back, but Garen pops CW, gets that extra armor, gets the extra resistances and the shield, and just walks away. Nami Bubble does miss, so Renata does have a little chance to walk up. We're just seeing some short trades all across the map, no one really having any kill angles.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back. We are in the middle of. You didn't miss anything. You did not miss anything too exciting.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It looks like I haven't missed anything.
Nope. There was some level 1 fights going on, but no one died. Just Animal Farm had to burn the Nami heal. We might see our traditional 315 3-man fight to the death from the bottom scuttle, but it looks like Island Boys actually just going to be getting that high priority bottom scuttle as they are looking for the famous double scuttle. As Big Rev taking a fight in the top side onto Garen. Garen pops the Ignite early and... Big Rev getting solo killed again by the Garen.
Oh no.
I'm guessing the silence lasted that little too long where he could not get his W shield up. As you do see a small skirmish in the top river going on for the Scuttle Crab. And it will be secured by the Island Boys! Mundo actually securing it. Both mid laners going for an early reset. About 1300 ETH, so we're gonna do some basic components. Recurve bow and the glowing moat. The item no one ever wants to buy, but you buy when you don't have 300 gold. Coming up this year. And Galio getting the no magic mantle in the boots. Jarvan getting traded on, getting pulled in the tower, but just flag and dragging away before taking too much damage. Big Rev trying to... holding a freeze on the Garen despite dying in lane. Not willing to give up on the lane pressure. Tristana tries to cancel the back, and immediately has to jump away from the threat of getting pulled in one shot. Garen has picked up an early team so he will be able to shove those waves in, but if he can actually get the waves to crash, it's a different story. As they do see the wave crash, actually. Big Rev not able to hold back the full cannon mid in the tower.
Yeah, this is gonna be tricky for Big Rev right now. He is playing aggressively.
Tongi does hit 6 this wave.
Yeah, trying to regain his lane, his tempo.
Big Rev has to be a little careful here.
For drag. Oh,
No,
they
they
got
are
it.
finishing.
They're finishing it. My bad.
Island Boys using the spot lane priority, making sure to get those early dragons, get them stacking. Oh, quick turn from Death does the taunt onto Galio, but Nami is here to cover the Azir. Azir dashes forward, does land the shuffle onto Galio, is knocked back toward the tower. Jarvan is here for the EQ, but he is flashed away with the Galio, but he is running into no man's land. He doesn't have teleport. We might try to see him go for the execute. Timer's gonna be close.
I don't think he's
No,
gonna be
but
able
Jarvan
to.
gets in range. He cannot get the execute. And the kill does go over to Jarvan, but importantly, Xayah does not get the assist. Big Rev dropping the ult onto Tongi in the top stage. Does take it to Brazil. The Mati and Justin is flashed forward, and Tongi solo kills Big Rev through Brazil.
Both ignites used in that fight. Big Rev just not able to deal enough damage onto that Garen, and Garen flashes forward aggressively to secure the second solo kill.
Both ignites and both flashes.
Yeah.
Both top laners
It looks
burning
like
everything and every all-in. See another trade
feel
on top,
like
and
what
then like
happens
Galio
with-
landing the dash forward.
with Big Rev
But
is when he doesn't know his limits, he will just keep trying to make plays as if he's ahead, and yeah, just continues to feed kills to the enemies.
Galio charges forward, but Jarvan is here for the follow-up. He is put in the Cataclysm. He has no way to get out. Azir is just stabbing him with a bunch of chickens, and that is a Galio going down. Kill going to Azir in the mid lane. Hole not landing.
Again, not looking great.
This wave. Yep, we're seeing small leads snowball into bigger leads as just Island Boys have not been able to find their footing outside the spot lane. We are seeing pings coming down, so they are trying to push out this Herald, try to get earlier priority for it. Big Rev getting chunked out by Tongi. The spin to win his landing. Jarvan EQ forward
Galio,
is
coming
like the
in.
land Renata, but the Galio ult on top. Galio does pop the ghost, is running forward. Big taunt onto Garen, does land. Damasi Injustice does take down Galio, but Mundo picks up the kill on the shutdown onto Garen. Mundo is in the backline, punching up the Nami. But Azir shovels him forward, breaks the line forward. Azir does take another Renata. Mundo pops the ult. He does have to flash away. But the Azir stabs and the lethal tempo is able to pick him up. A massive turnaround from the fight, turning it from a 1-0 into a 1-for-2. Death having to charge away from the
overstaying a
Jarvan.
little bit.
The Cataclysm is not quite up yet. But the Island Boys are going to have to give up these early grubs. Death trying to look for these kills, but might be a little too far overextended.
Big
Azir
Rev is here.
The Big Rev is here. Takes the Azir to Brazil. He has nowhere to run. It's just slowly walking down. His death is jumped by the Cataclysm by the Jarvan. Big Rev does get the shutdown on Azir and does get those bonus stats from taking him down. Able to walk away from the fight and stop them from pushing that lead any further.
Yeah, in the meantime, though, Death also falls for that, so while it's great that they were able to get a couple shutdowns, they are going to... Oh! Eris almost gets solo killed by the Tristana!
We do see a bit of a rage fight going on the bot side. 80s flexing their superiority about who can right-click harder.
Yeah, they just, it looks like Animal Farm just played that team fight a lot better, and...
Big Rev dropping the early ignite, not letting Tongi take the fight. He is going to start the Conqueror, but Tongi's just going to be able to walk away afterwards. think Big Rev getting a bit anxious about these fights. These are still keeping the pressure in the mid lane, as we do see the Galio going for the more tanky build. We're not going to see any AP shenanigans with Proto Belt, unfortunately. Garen taking another big trade on the Big Rev shielding away, but still losing half his health. Galio trying to get some vision in the bot side, but getting forced out by the Nami poke.
Dragon has spawned. Next big objective that both teams are going to be trying to fight for, and
oh, Galio shuffled into the Jarvan once again. He has nowhere to run, and he's going to fall slowly to the lethal tempo. No, the Nami bubble into the spear. No flag to drag over. Another
farm should be able to take this
up. Oh wait.
Yeah, Animal Farm should be able to take this. Unless the Galio is up in time and can.
They might not need it. This could be a full 3v4. Red team steals it. The Mundo just walks up, throws the cleaver, and smites it. Island Boys are looking to turn this fight. They're also down. Varus running in the backside, but it is gonna fully fall into Tristana bomb. Nami does pick it up. Galio is here in the end. The taunt does not land. Wait, he flashes forward onto his ear. Does shut him down.
He's going in onto the Nami.
Nami is able to peel away. Death trying to get him down. Renata does have the revive on him. Is he able to get this kill? He is! He revives! Mundo on the Tristana! Tristana jumps away, but does fall to Renata. Mundo and Renata versus Jarvan. Jarvan does have to step inside. Does the extra healing, and he is going to take down the Mundo. Renata running for his life. Jarvan doesn't have the flash, doesn't have the flag. Renata should be able to walk away at the very end there. We see Galio come in, flash forward, immediately on DC, shut him down. As Jarvan jumped back into the Renata solo. Galio trying to take down this Nami. He does fall, but Renata drops the resurrection on him. They do kill a Nami, so he does stay alive that little bit longer. And Tristana does try to stay, but at the end, that Jarvan with the Conqueror stack with this full Sundered Sky can do a lot in these team fights with that extra healing.
This last pick Renata is really paying out. Her ultimate took two of them. I believe it was the Azir and the Tristana. Took two of them out of the fight for a while, and they were able to just. It does so much damage too when you hit those
so
carries.
Much room.
So they are able to buy enough time for that hero's entrance. Is that what it's called?
I think so. Hero's entrance, dramatic entrance, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I know it's E's Justice Punch, just because it's funny. They actually named an ability Justice Punch.
So yeah, able to buy enough time for that, or maybe it's Grand Entrance. I don't know, one of those things. And because they did not hit that blast cone, Galio able to jump in.
Oh, Big Rev getting jumped by the Jarvan in the top side. He does have the Rylai slow. He does have the ultimate, but he's not ultimate anyone. And the bot side, Varus getting jumped, does get Nami wave. Varus is getting jumped. Renata ult does land on Tristana, but just speeding up her on his own Varus. Renata does go down. Varus is able to pick up the Tristana return. He has the tempo stack. One more auto should take down the Nami, but then Bubble lands. Can he find the snipe? No, Nami is able to walk away. So in the end, 1-for-1 on the bot side. Big Rev did live. TP's back in the top side. Pungy is stuck under tower with the Rylai slow. Mundo is here to help finish up this and make it a 2v1. And I imagine Tungy is going to fall here and another kill going over to the Mundo. Island Boys trying to find these small angles in this fight. Death jumping forward, lands a taunt onto his ear. Lands a small burst, but doesn't have any real damage to look for that kill pressure. But Azir is here, lands another shuffle onto Galio into the Jarvan. Yet again, he has nowhere to run. These shuffles have looked clean time and time again. Mundo looking for a fight back onto Jarvan. Renata does pull him into tower for a second, but they do not have the follow-up damage.
Galio has just not been respecting these Azir shuffles, the potential for it. walking up way too far and getting caught out for the 3rd time.
Well, specifically these Zero Shuffles into these Jarvan gangs.
Yes.
I don't know if it's just a lack of vision, but looking at the map, it might be just the not keeping track of their junglers. But Big Red we're seeing with his Rylance. Oh, Mundo running down the Nami does have the shield to block the CC. But Tristana is able to pump out the damage as Mundo pops the ulti just to stay alive. Tristana running for her life, but I think Mundo needs to be the one afraid as he is dropped to the lower. The Chain of Corruption does light on Tristana. Varus is pumping out the damage. The Tristana bomb is going to take him down, but wait, the Locket keeps him alive a little bit longer, but it does not matter.
Oh!
The Tristana bomb does drop the Varus. As Tungy is able to run away from Mordekaiser as he is taken to Brazil. Some more fighting is going to happen. Ignite does drop onto Garen. Garen does drop Ignite onto Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser does have landed abilities. Let's the Q. Demacia adjusted. It's not enough. And Big Rev with the solo kill in the top lane.
Very, very close. Big Red stands there with no fear and takes down Tuggy.
Oh,
Hierarch's saying,
yeah,
Big Red just auto attack. Why are you so scared? He takes him in his ult and just stands there and waits for the Garen to start attacking him.
But like I was saying, in this matchup, once Mordekaiser gets that rally, is able to force these long fights, it's really hard for Garen to look for any trades at this point. We do see Animal Farm looking to set up this dragon, trying to take their first dragon of the game. And Mundo looking to steal yet again. Renata landing the handshake onto his chunk down as to shuffle away. But Garen is here to zone out the Mundo. Mundo not able to walk up and look for the steal this time as Animal Farm secures their first mountain dragon of the game.
Sultan might be the GOAT this game. Taking that when he took that that second dragon.
Oh yeah, it bought them so much time. It's gonna come down to, are they able to make use of it? They do see the Varus again, going for the on-hit, looking to be this late-game scaling hyper carry. If his team is able to peel for him, he can take over these late-game team fights. We're starting to see short trades go more and more towards Big Rev's way. The handshake to just disengage the Seer and not risk it. Jarvan's here in the bot side, but they do not see him yet. Bot side might be looking a little too overconfident for Animal Farms, but no! The Jarvan does back, so it is a 2v1, so Azir cannot look for the all-in. Tungy now resorting to farming with the Serpent thing, Stridebreaker. Uh-oh, Death is getting caught out in the bot side. Does have to pop Ghost, walk away from the Tristana and the Nami. Afraid to give her that reset. But Mundo is here on the top side. Are they trying to look for a dive on the Garen? That seems a bit reckless. No, they're looking to break the tower and then kill him.
Looks like they're just gonna
tower does go down.
Walk up and attack the tower.
Tungy's walking away. Mundo does keep landing slows. These cleavers are keeping him chunked. Big Red flash forward! Takes him to Brazil! He is going to tower, but that's too deep! The Demacia Justice execute Big Rev!
Gets a little too overconfident after his solo kill. Flashes under the tower. Is taking multiple tower shots. And is going to fall.
Big Rev is feeling
at
himself.
Least he tried.
No, you gotta respect it. He's still going for his plays. Mundo drops the Cataclysm as Garen is here, and Nam is here to follow up. Ignite drops to cut that healing in half. Mundo has to try to just run away. Flag and Drag does land. Mundo is chunked. He flashes away last second. Flag and drags forward, but Mundo is living.
So much healing.
Even through the grievous wounds. The Galio reset gets stopped by the Tristana autos. And this poor Galio, man. Flashes forward. Gets the taunt onto his ear, but does not matter. Tristana able to follow forward. Tristana is able to clean up the kill. Azir does have to flash away. Oh.
I just watched Big Rev miss the cannon.
Oh. Even the game, even the client. Oh.
Dreadman 3. Looking like the richest man on this rift. That is not what you want to see if you are on Island Boys.
That is probably the last person, because you don't have a good way to get into that backline. You're relying on your Mundo being able to live through this Azir damage, but full Leandres, full Nashers with a Seeker's Arm Guard. Even if you find some crazy flank with Galio, he's gonna buy so much time for his team to get there now. Renata has to burn the flash from the Bush Garen. As we see everyone just taking the right moment. Dragon is up in 45 seconds. I imagine we're gonna be a scrap over the fight. Animal Farm pushing out this mid lane, keeping priority. Tangi going forward on the Mundo, does land the EQ, does proc the phase rush, does run away. Mordekaiser is there with the passive, does have the Rylai slows. Nami drops the ult to disengage. And Island Boy slowly being pushed away from this objective, not able to even get vision down. They are walking forward as 5. Mord pull does not land onto Azir. Tungi acting as his front line, not letting them get the entry. But Animal Farm has not started off the dragon yet. Tungi blocking all that damage with his W. Mundo already at half health from all these short trades. And Big Rev looking for a reset. Animal Farm spotted the reset. They are looking like they are going to rush down this dragon. Island Boy slowly walking up. They do not see the Garen in the bush. But the Renata Q does land the handshake, does reveal the Garen. But the dragon has already fallen to Animal Farm. Big Rev took someone to Brazil. I couldn't tell who it was. It was the Azir. Azir does the shovel to disengage the Mordekaiser. Garen in the backline. Does fall to Big Rev. The Renata ult over the top.
In the backline right now.
Garen. Galio does drop the knockup. Wait. Varus is free fire this whole time. Nami ult back up. Galio does let the taunt onto Nami. She is buying time. So doesn't flash away from the Varus. Chunked low. Can Galio find that last little bit of damage? Does land the knockup. Mundo Cleaver and the Galio auto is enough to clean up the fight. That is not how I thought that fight was gonna go at all.
That was a very messy fight from Animal Farm. Garen goes in with no backup, and Galio's just in the backline being a nuisance, taunting everybody. They can't do anything. It looked like, was it the Tristana was just completely sectioned out from the rest of them.
Azir was taken to Brazil by the Mordekaiser ult, had to drop the Emperor's Divide just to make space. And then even when he came out, had to drop his Zonias immediately not to get CC chained by the Galio. Speaking of which, Galio landed the taunt onto Garen, does land the knockup. Chains of Corruption does land. Garen is getting chunked down. Those blight stacks are stacking.
Oh my gosh!
Varus doesn't have the mana. He does have to auto down the Garen, but Tungi taking a 1-for-1 to 2v1 in the bot side. Big Rev
You're walking up, trying to get this turret.
I imagine it's gonna fall here as the minions just keep autoing it down, and the minions do drop this top tower for the Animal Farms. Look at the gold, only down to 2.5k. But we see Varus at 3 full items. Galio with 2, Mordekaiser with like this gold lead. It's very quick. Mundo is running down to Jarvan, but Azir is stuck in Brazil. He has nowhere to go. Mundo's standing on top, so he can't dash away. Azir has nowhere to go as Jarvan is forced to fucking drag away. As the Island Boys look to turn this into a quick Baron. Garen TPing into the fight. Island Boys do see it. Galio is on top of the Garen. The taunt is going to land, but there's no follow-up. Garen is in the back line. Big Rev keeping it zoned out with slow from the Rylai's and the passive. Island Boys are getting split. The Baron is taking them down. Mundo pucks. The ult goes forward. Dragon EQs onto the back line. But Galio drops the dramatic entrance. Does knock up the Garen. Varus is free-firing. Varus dropping the DPS in these teamfights, being this late game menace. And Garen and Galio making this massive wall. They cannot get to him. Mundo running down the Tristana, and it's too much health bar for Animal Farm to push through. Island Boys pushing back in these team fights as they look to secure the Baron.
Huge swing in this game. The Animal Farm a little bit too far into the enemy jungle. Huge play from the Mordekaiser, just flashing over the wall, knowing that there's only 2 of them, bringing that Azir to Brazil, as you say. And the Azir is their carry right now. Tristana cannot do very much with their super beefy front line. So, yeah, after that, they're just able to take everyone down and get the Baron as well.
And importantly, in that last team fight, Animal Farm was very split off. They tried the Garen trying to go flank, but that Mordekaiser with that slow did not give him any free entrances. And even when the Jarvan dropped the Cataclysm onto Varus, the heroic entrance from the Galio made so much
That's what
pressure.
it is. That's what it is.
Yes, I finally remembered. Heroic entrance. It made it really hard for the Garen to stick on this Varus. And with that Rage Blade, with that Terminus, you can see that damage output. He is the carry for Island Boys. If they do not drop him early, that ramping damage, that lethal tempo, that Rage Blade, that Terminus, he is their late game threat.
It's just so hard for them to even touch this Varus with the Renata.
Their only real chance is a shuffle or a Cataclysm. Chains of Corruption land on a Garen. He has to flash away though. The Varus damage output is insane. As Big Rev in the side looking to take someone away. Just keeps ulting the Azir, not letting him be present in this team fight. Galio dropped the heroic entrance into keeping Varus zoned away. Azir does have a good shuffle, but it does not matter. The Renata ult keeping him zoned out.
Right around it.
Yep. As that keeping the Tristana locked down, he is gonna fall though. Tristana, I imagine, gonna jump away. He does dodge the Varus Q. But Island Boys seem to have found their game plan. They're executing it perfectly, making these team fights sloppy. As, yep, that's just a Varus thing. Big Rev playing the role perfectly, not letting this Azir use that gold lead he has. That's 2,500 gold lead just gone every team fight. It doesn't matter. Mordekaiser will win that 1v1. And without that extra DPS threat, they cannot melt this Varus fast enough. As he is jumped on Mother Tristana, but the shot away, she does fall. Exhaust dropped late on Tristana, and he does fall to Mundo. But that's a big gold swing going back to the Tristana.
Yeah, Varus walks, just stays way too long, walks up a little bit too close, and forgets that Tristana can just burst him down.
I imagine it felt safe that we're not nearby. But as Mundo getting jumped by Garen, but you can't even tell the health bar's barely moving. He is gonna blast it away. Nami drops the ult and hits nothing. And now it's Animal Farm looking for these desperation plays, trying to find these picks. But everyone is so beefy on Island Boys. There's no one you can really jump anymore.
The only person would be that Varus if they're able to catch him without the Renata.
But I mean, even without the Renata, it's not Renata, it's Galio, it's Mundo. He's never walking
that's true.
alone.
There's Galio. There's
everyone is playing pure the Varus. It is a protect the president. as we do see Varus getting that Dusk and Dawn, as Renata is jumped. The Chains of Corruption does land onto Varus. It does spread onto Tristana. She has to drop the cleanse. Varus bursts her down. Jarvan having to flag and drag away. And the fight goes towards Island Boys. There's no objective up. He's going to keep it down mid. Mundo half shotting the Nami with one auto from the Heartsteel. Azir has to shuffle over the wall. Galio's keeping the
Kind
spear
of like
in the
you
bot
said.
side, not letting it break the tower. It's just so much health bar.
In
but
the draft.
Azir,
Who's killing the Mundo?
who's killing the Mundo? Azir's trying his best. But even with the safety of his own tower, he has to run from the Mundo. As we see Mundo picking up the Titanic, no more defense if he's going to one-shot. The machine gun Mundo's gonna come out as Big Rev is
Jumping
jumping.
big red right now.
It is a 1v4, but he's hooked them to Brazil. He is fighting in there. Mundo is here. Big Rev flashes away, but the Demacian Justice takes Big Rev down once again. Death deep in enemy
Is
lines.
in enemy
He's getting
territory.
collapsed 1v4. Slow does not land for the Strikebreaker. He does heroic entrance away! Just barely out of vision. The Garen silence does not connect in time.
Big brain play from Death.
Woo. With him living, I imagine Animal Farm can't look for a free Baron, but instead they're going to look to pressure this mid lane, try to drop some towers. Sultan walking forward on this Mundo, being that pressure. Azir drops the tower behind them, so they have to walk through to get to their own base. Animal
Yeah,
Farm
and
quick
there's
look at
a
this tower.
couple minions that get through. They're gonna
It's
just
down to bomb,
be able to
these
take
towers.
this, but they're getting pinched.
Azir flushes forward onto Azir. Azir does drop the zone. Varus in the backline is free firing. Garrett is onto the Varus though. He does drop his own zonias. Renata does not have this revive anymore.
Flash
Varus
out.
does go down to the Jarvan. Azir has been free firing this whole time. Big Rev is still alive, but he did finally get to the Azir. But I think at this point Azir's done
Oh my
his job.
god,
He
the
does.
Mundo.
Mundo is taking down the entire team though. Triple kill for Mundo.
Mundo.
Quadra kill
Goes where
for
he
the
pleases.
Mundo.
Has scored an ace.
I thought Animal Farms had finally found their fight. They got the Varus. They jumped him. Even with the Azir
They
free
kept the
fire
Azir
on the Mundo
alive.
early in the fight. But
Kept the Azir
eventually
alive,
Big Rev
caught
got
out the
in range.
Varus too.
But eventually Big Rev got on the Azir, took him to the 1v1, slowly ran him down. And in the meantime, if you don't have that Azir, no one else is dealing with this Mundo. As we do
Mundo
see...
immediately turned onto the Tristana, took her down,
Yeah.
walked around, and
Maybe-
then just killed the rest of the team.
And Island Boys positioning to possess this Mountain Soul, making that Mundo even that harder of it to deal with. Both junglers on here, it will come down to a smite fight. Jarvan does see it, does it over the wall, but it's secured by the Mundo! Garen has to go forward, trying to jump forward. Varus is free firing onto her. Varus drops the just trying to buy a little time. Nami Bubble does land. Nami over the top to disengage the fight. Island Boys picking up one kill and that Mountain Soul. Oh! Big Rev ults the Azir as he drops the Emperor's side. Ignore the CC. He is 1v1ing in the Death Realm. But Jarvan's here to matter, but it doesn't matter. Big Rev wins
Big
the
Rev
2v1.
has so
He drops
much
the shield.
aura.
He's still going.
He has
Big Rev
such aura, man.
in the 2v1 comes in clutch.
While his team gets Baron, he stands there with no fear and just takes them on.
Woo! Big Rev.
It is
Doesn't matter who's
crazy
behind.
that this is the
Just
same
stands there
player
auto-attacking.
that just went 0-6 or 0-7.
Oh, Mundo giving no cares. half health to Tristana and 1 auto! Galio dropped the rogue entrance, trying to follow up the fight, but Tristana rocket jumps away. Mundo's still looking, Nami dodges the cleaver. Death lands the Justice Punch onto Nami, but does not have the taunt to follow it up. Island Boys pushing, but they do not have their DPS with them. He is off by himself with the shield, with the Renata. Mundo deletes the tower.
Okay.
Taunt does not land on the Garen. Oh, you can feel that heart steal proc every time. As there is Renata pushing in the mid lane, taking down this tower. Garen looking for a jump onto Varus, but Renata ult over the top is buying time. Varus does not drop the Zonias in time, though he does fall. Renata flashes away. That is the main DPS for Island Boys going down as Mundo's getting jumped by the Garen. But Tungi doesn't have the damage. Or does he? He does go back in on the Mundo. But Mundo has the auto resets with the Titanic Hydra. Jarvan is here to follow up. Doesn't have the ult anymore. But Bubble lands onto 2!
Oh!
As Garen is there to clean up. That is 3 down for Island Boys. As Animal Farm looking to push down this mid lane. They still have a wave of supers.
They might be able to end if Death dies here.
Big Ref is trying to hold them back with that passive, with that slow from the Rylai's. They have to wait. Big Ref flashes forward, takes the Azir with him.
Flashes
but now
forward.
he can't clear the wave. That's trying to 1v3 in the base, trying to hold these mid waves back. One tower does fall, but Varus has respawned. The DPS has rejoined the fight. It's easier to clean up. Varus gets 1, Varus gets 2. Gallo gets the other. Animal Farm might have overplayed their hand as they're being run down. Taunt lands on the Nami. And that is 4 members
Big
down
Rev?
Animal Farm as Big Rev coming up
On a rampage.
It's only Tristana alive as Death just slowly walking forward. Walks a little too far forward. Tristana just walking him down. Big Rev still getting auto. Tristana does have Lethal Temple stacked up. She is free firing. Is there? Looks at the execution. Does not land the Q, but it doesn't matter. The autos are enough. And that is an ace for Island Boys.
Big Rev being on a rampage on Mordekaiser versus Shredman 3's Zir is not something that would have been on my bingo card this year.
Nope, but you're seeing it every fight. He's doing one job. Azir, you're coming with me. Now we do have
And
Elder
it
in
does
130.
so much.
Baron in 220. Big Red's Flash is down for this next big fight, but he is level 20 Mordekaiser. He is the raid boss next to this Mundo.
Their only hope for Animal Farm right now is if they can get that Garen into the back line, kill the Varus, and keep the Azir alive somehow.
We do see Varus picked up his 6th item in that Ruinance Hurricane. He is full build with the Zonias, with the Elixir, with the Elder, with the Mountain Soul. This is the Varus you dream of. Chains of Corruption does go wide, but Big Rev took the Azir again. He has to drop the Emperor's Divide every time just to engage his Mordekaiser. Death is in the front line. Nami ult used. Redemption over the top to heal back up. Island Boys full health. While Animal Farm had to burn everything just to stay alive. Elder Dragon in 30 seconds. Varus trying to make some damage, but a lot burned, but no one goes down. Varus getting poked out by this here now. Both teams positioning, trying to find an edge, trying to find a pick before the objective spawns. Mundo Cleaver chunks down the Garen. Garen is taunted by the Galio, but Galio, I don't think in that fight. It is like 30 seconds. Jarvan does drop the Cataclysm onto Varus, but Varus does have the flash to get out. Renata all over the top, distracts to Jarvan. As Mundo almost one shot to Tristana. Tristana does fall to the Varus. Varus on a rampage in this fight, triple kill. As Island Boys clutch up in this last fight. And I can imagine look to close out this game too.
Animal Farm tried to look for that angle onto the Varus, but Varus still had flash. Renata had
And
the
Big
hostile
Rev
takeover,
came
and
Honey into the Death Realm, so they can't even try to wave clear.
yeah,
Varus taking out the damage, being the late game carry. But Big Rev coming up big every fight, being the front line his team needs. And then a crazy game 2. Island Boys clutch up and bring the series to 1-1.
Big Rev never loses to the same champ twice. I could not say it better myself.
Well, not just Big
Banger
Rev.
game.
That game was rapid fire, going insane on this Varus and team fights, pumping out that damage while still holding his ground. That late game on hit lethal tempo Varus. And importantly, as we mentioned, that pick 5 Renata, every time they tried to engage, that Renata forcing them back, buying that Varus those few precious seconds. Beautiful performance. I don't know what else to say. Phenomenal performance. Great comeback.
All right, we will.
And welcome back to Draft 3 between the Island Boys and Animal Farm. Series is currently 1-1. So who's going to win it all?
Yeah, last game was a banger, and this game, Island Boys up a lot of points, bringing in the heavy duty with Aquanick in the mid lane.
And you can tell just by the immediate change in the bands. Before we saw some variety in the bands, couple bands here, couple bands there. No. They are not risking it.
Yeah, 3 Aquanick bands right off the bat.
LeBlanc, Zoe, Diana, technically a flex pick, but I have no doubt I have no doubt Aquanick could pull it out. Now, what will Island Boys put their priority on? There's the Varus. Yep, that. I didn't even get to finish my thought. They like it. It went crazy last game. Why change it? Animal Farms.
Let's see what Animal Farm does to respawn a Twitch.
Ooh. It's a sneaky rat. It's a Twitch. He was hiding. Now, typically with Twitch, you'll see a pairing like Lulu. Give me someone that can really give him that extra attack speed and move speed to go crazy in those late game team fights. But Animal Farm could also hide that for later. See what they want to do here.
Or even potentially a Yumi.
We are just seeing
Karma.
the Karma.
Karma's kind of broken.
She's that really powerful lane boy that has so many different routes you can go with the new items. You can see the full enchanter, you can see full damage, you can see some mix, you can see utility, tank. She kind of is just that Swiss Army knife of.
Yeah.
But it looks like Island Boy is going to be picking up the Nami game, dropping the Renata with seeing Animal Farm's draft this far range of comp. Now, I'm expecting to see a jungler from the Island Boys here, try to get a more ideal. The Maokai. Come on, lock it in. Give me the tree. Oh no. It's Aquanix Aurora. That is a scary, scary pick.
That is pretty scary. He played a lot of Aurora when it first came out, and Aurora is just pretty versatile overall.
Very dominant in lane, huge ult in those team fights. I imagine Animal Farm's gonna pick up something for the mid laner here, try to grab something to survive that laning phase. Grab that Talia, try to actually outscale. I respect it. So from both sides, we got top and jungle left, so I'm expecting to see a lot of bans come out here. Let's see. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Mordekaiser ban just deny that pick after the impact it had last game.
Mm-hmm.
Nope,
Dr.
it's gonna be the Mundo ban. You know what? That was the other one that really popped off. They do not want to try to deal with that beefy boy again. I do not blame them, especially with this frail of a front line, no real hard CC. Yeah, I think just banning the Mundo is the right call.
And there is the Malphite ban coming out.
Yep, been banned every game, just
Hongi.
really strong jungler at the moment.
Hongi is known for playing those pretty boring characters. So I would not be surprised if if he was
And a
looking to pick
Hecarim
something like
ban.
Malphite.
Okay. Meanwhile, Island Boy's taking away the Zac to trying to limit this engaged jungler pool from Animal Farm. But I gotta say, the Jarvan's still up again. I don't think it works as well with their comp this time. I'd want to see something that can more work with the Talia, try to get them that lead, shut down this Aurora. Because I imagine they're going to try to hide their top lane for counter pick. No shot.
No shot.
No shot. Oh my god, it's a Rammus!
Rammus locked in.
Cue the OK spams in chat. We have a Rammus. He's gonna roll everywhere. Meanwhile, Island Boys locking in the Zaheen most likely. And it is the Zaheen lock-in. Could be flexed. I've seen it going top and jungle, so not really sure. I'd assume it's jungle. Be able to power farm the Rammus, just kind of ignore him, outscale him. I'd love to see another beefy boy here really give Island Boys that double front line. Make room from the Talia and the Twitch. But the Shen. Interesting. Okay, not what I was expecting, but typically you see a Shen when you have like a Peel the President comps, like a Varus, like a Kog'Maw. But Island Boys drafting more of just a we are going to go in. So, interesting to see how that's going to play out in this game. Animal Farm has one last pick left. They know it's going into Shen or Zaheen, most likely Shen. What is the last trick they got up their sleeve? It's the Mordekaiser. We are seeing the return
Mordekaiser.
of the Mordekaiser.
They saw how well it worked for Island Boys last game, and they're gonna try to recreate it.
I mean, they showed the power of just taking one person out of a team fight, so we'll have to see how well Animal Farms can execute it. But we got a lot of explosive picks here. We got the Twitch, we got the Rammus, we got the Aurora. It's gonna be a bloody match. I'm expecting 1 kill a minute by the end of this. But the all-important question: who takes this all-important game 3?
Well, we'll find out in a few minutes.